Hey everybody, it's Mark Goldberg from Mark Vlogs Watches. And we are going live here from the dog training center, the little dog farm, somewhere in Illinois. Actually, the location of the little dog farm is, what do you want to call it? It's Elgin, Illinois. Just trying to find kind of like decent lighting here. Hello, Evil Z. And we are in Elgin, Illinois. Jerry, I'll be saying hello to some of the people coming up on live stream. But anyway, we are here in Elgin, Illinois, which for 100 years was the home of the largest factory and company manufacturing watches in the United States of America. However, although the brand name still exists, it's owned by the Fat Gent. How are you, my friend? Haven't seen you since that beautiful restaurant in Pattaya, Thailand. But I wish our travels would take us bring us to the same city again. Anyway, so here I am in Elgin. Mom, Clivey, how are you, Clive? Clive kind of is the reason that I'm making this video, I think. Although I have done some posting on Facebook about about Basel, so let me kind of walk you through what's up with this. Baselworld is a trade show. I don't actually know who owns it. There will be an association or an organization who owns it, and maybe it's even privately held. Okay? But it is the trade show that we are most used to hearing about, where the new models get introduced. Basically, think of it as the auto show. It's like, it's like the same thing as the car show or the auto show. And everybody is agog and a Twitter with the fact that the Swatch Group, which owns Omega and a whole bunch of other brands, has just recently come out of, has pulled out of Baselworld. Swatch Group was a $50 million exhibitor. Okay, so their booth, their set of booths, that's what you buy. When you exhibit at a trade show, what you're doing is you are buying booth space from the organization who rents the hall. So there's these big giant halls at this convention center in Basel, in Switzerland, and the entire facility is rented out by the association. They don't own it, but they rent out all this floor space, and then they divide it up and they sell at hundreds of Swiss francs per square foot. And I know this because I've been in business for a very long time, and I have not bought and sold booth space, but well, I've bought it. I haven't sold it. And I used to represent a trade magazine in an industry where exhibitions like this were very common, so I'm very familiar with all the contracts and stuff. But in most areas, the trade show is an anachronism, and it is also dying. And the reason is, somebody asked what I'm wearing, so let's do the quick wristwatch check. And let's see, can I get this thing to, there we go. It's a Monster. It's an orange and black Monster. I think it's an SRP 315. So is the internet killing trade shows? Yes, who cares? Who cares? Now, somebody is, Jerry, saying he thought that I sold this. I did. This is a rebuy. I missed it, so, it's a rebuy. I paid $230 for it. Still had stickers, and that was on eBay, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. It's a trade show. That's all it is. And the only value of the trade show is the business press makes a big fuss out about what people introduce. So if Rolex introduces a new model at Baselworld, then it's going to get a lot of coverage. So and not only that, but these watch companies, they're very, very steeped and based in tradition. They change things up very, very, very low. And so the point I want to make here, though, is that it doesn't matter to you. It doesn't matter to me. Who BFD, Basel goes under tomorrow. What we care about is not that trade show. What we care about is the watch collecting community. Like, what's next? What are they introducing next? That stuff could so easily be live streamed. And in fact, I think Basel are stupid. They have to have seen the declining trend over the last 5-10 years, especially in the last 5. I know they have, the declining sales of booth space. But these are guys who they're dinosaurs. They see the end coming, but they just hope they're going to make it to retirement. So like ultimately they introduce new technology, they can't be bothered. But what they really ought to do is they really ought to live stream Basel to an app, to your phone, to your laptop. I mean, what if they were selling packages ranging from, oh, I don't know, $250 all the way down through, you know, like a $10 package. I mean, there's some of us would actually, you know, invest to see what's new, what's coming, like the live action, the most important highlights of it. And they could sell that to hundreds of thousands of consumers, and then they could reduce booth space. Because really what they need to do is they need to reduce the expense for those companies. See, those companies spend, first of all, millions of dollars to buy the booth. But then, okay, the booth is a space. All the booth is when you get to the hall is a space, a blank space, and you have to ship in your booth, and so to build the booth, to order the booth, they have millions of dollars invested in that, and then that booth has to get shipped by truck usually to that location. And in most places like Basel, there are strict union rules. So I know when I exhibited at these places, there were a lot of cities where you couldn't even plug in like the light cord in your own booth. The union electricians had to come plug that in for you. And then they would bill you minimum 1 hour. And you also had to fly your people there. You have to put them up, you have to feed them and give them a per diem. You know, so if you're the Swatch Group, by the time you spend $10 million on your booth space, you're gonna spend $10 million building that booth, shipping that booth, and another $30 million you're gonna spend on manning it. And how does that benefit us? Not at all, zero. So like, let me just say BFD. It doesn't matter. I can't even believe I'm wasting YouTube time on stuff like this. So they're doing things the old way, and the new way is gonna be what we are doing here. Listen, I'm a schmuck right now, virtually in a basement. Okay, you know, it's walkout, but yeah, I'm a putz in a basement. And I have access to all of you. Speaking of which, we're over 6,200 subscribers now. So, you know, we're like a growing community. And like I said, I'm a schmuck near a brick fireplace with a cheap brass set of doors. And I've got access to you. So why these guys are gonna assume that they need to spend, you know, millions of dollars in Switzerland? Well, it's just stupid. It's all gonna fall apart. If you people want to hire me to introduce all the new models, you know, I'm happy to do it at a fraction of the cost. Okay, so there have been a lot of comments and questions, and this is kind of a potpourri, a random little potpourri. So let me answer some of the things that people have asked. Yeah, this is, I had gotten rid of this, then I missed it, so this is a rebuy. I have a ball watch coming. It's a world time, but it has an internal dive bezel, so I'm really looking forward to that. It should be here by the end of August, right? So I think I'm about maybe a month out from having possession of that watch, and when I get it, I'll do a quick unboxing video. I didn't really think this was worthy. Do I now have 2 balls? I do not have 2 balls. I have 1 ball, which you guys have seen, I think, repeatedly on the channel. I did not yet sell my other ball. I had a deal to sell it, and then the guy got queasy because I wanted friends and family payment. Like, I'm selling it for $2,600 box and papers. And no, I'm not showing you my balls. They're upstairs. Dude, I only have the 1 anyway. Just look at my channel. There's numerous videos which feature the ball, and I think 1 or 2 of my videos are titled about the ball. And if you want to buy it, fine, call me. But you're going to do a wire transfer of funds, or you're going to pay me through PayPal, friends and family. And this guy was a knowledgeable collector who got a little freaky about the friends and family thing, which tells me maybe his intentions weren't so good. But I have to say, as that deal was kind of concluding, I started to feel a little bit of seller's remorse, fuckers. So I'm not entirely sure, you know, at the end of the day that I really want to sell it. So I don't know, if you come around after I've gotten the other ball and you want to pay $2,600 for a $5,200 watch in good condition with box and papers, and it comes with accoutrement, you know, it comes with a buoy, literally, it comes with an inflatable dive buoy. That's how serious a dive watch that ball is. Okay, so for sale, Gen 2 Orange Monster. Well, this is a Gen 2 semi-orange monster. It's not the totally orange monster. You can't find those. Those are really pretty hard to find. If they come up on eBay, they're like $600-700. They got stupid expensive. The Seiko Monsters. What else? Oh, I don't know. I guess I want to sell a. I have a Breitling Super Ocean. You can look around, and I think I made a little video. Actually, my last video, guys, my last video that I made, the one right before this one, is called "You Are Not Rolex's Target Client," and that is like, it's exploding. It's gotten almost 20,000 views, and it's only been in like, I only put it up 2 days ago. I don't know why that video has exploded so much, but in that video, there's me audio, but there's no video of me because I was driving and it just looked crappy. So I pulled that out, and what I did was I put in pictures of my watch collection, so you can see any of the watches that I have for sale. So there's a couple watches that I wouldn't mind selling. So one's a Breitling. I wouldn't mind selling that. Matt Stevens has joined us. What's gay, Matt? Matt's saying gay. I don't know. I don't really know what's gay here. The lamp? Is that, does that excite you, Matt? I think Matt's just jealous because I had a date with Don Haynes, or should we call him Han Danes? Anyway, what else? I don't know. Feed me some questions and I'll answer stuff for you. But right now, all I really wanted to say was Baselworld, BFD. I don't care. You shouldn't care. Nobody really cares. I can't even believe we're wasting ones and zeros over this. And Matt says, yes, he's jealous of, you're jealous of me and Don. Well, you should have been here. You should have been here. And you want to know what else? Don paid. It was awful nice of my own one. He better come to Chicago and collect. Oh, sorry about the finger in the way there. So okay, so I have the new rebuy, that Seiko Monster, that I'm wearing right now. The drag bar was very fun. So yeah, that was a good time. I have the Seiko Monster. The ball is on its way, and I'm kind of excited for that. And then I'm on the wait list right now for I'm on the wait list for the 43 millimeter anniversary single red line, whatever the hell you want to call that, Sea Dweller. So I'm a little excited for that. When is it going to come in? I have no idea. I can't say, right? But hopefully sooner or later that will come in. It could be as soon as like 2 or 3 more weeks from now. On the other hand, it could be to the end of the year. So, I don't really know. Someone asked in the comments what I think of that, the Pepsi with the Jubilee bracelet. And I have to say, I don't love it. I don't love the look of that watch. I did a whole kind of review based on photographs of it when it came out at Basel. And I personally think I like the Batman more. And that's just me. A lot of people complain about the color match of that Pepsi, but really for me, the thing that I'm not too crazy about is I don't love a Jubilee bracelet. Yeah, I'm not entirely down with the Jubilee bracelet. I mean, it's blingy and it's comfortable, but I sort of enjoy the Oyster Perpetual bracelet like a whole lot more. Do I like the Explorer one? Yeah, it does less than nothing for me, fuckers. It doesn't do a whole lot for me. Let's see, what else can I tell you? I guess I have 3. Today is new watch day because I got I got this little Seiko. I'm starting to have a small problem with Seiko, which is to say I got 3 of them, and 1 or 2 Seiko, okay, I can see it. But if you start getting bunches of Seiko, like, don't you have some kind of like, aren't you then like a Seiko aficionado versus just watches? So I have, my Seikos include, both are turtles, the other 2. One is the Patty, and that is a special but not limited edition, and then, which means they just call it special and make as many as they want. So the prices of those are kind of tanking from retail. I think you could pick those up for around $300, but when they first came out, I think they were around $450. And then I have a actual limited edition, which is the Blue Lagoon. I really like the color scheme of that. I paid, I think, $500 for it. I bought it in Thailand, and I don't know what that's actually going for now, the Blue Lagoon. But I don't think it's less than I paid. I think it's either the same or maybe even a little more. But I really like the color scheme of it. And then I have this guy here that, that I'm showing you. So that's 3 Seikos. That's enough. I have 4 Breitling, and I think it's too many. That's why I want to sell that Super Ocean. In Breitling, I have the I have a steel fish, big chunky thick dive watch with a chronograph 7750. I have a the Sleek T, the Galactic Unitime Sleek T. That's a world timer. That's the keeper. That's really, of all the Breitling, that's a keeper. I have an Avenger 2 GMT, also a really nice watch. So I should just sell that one. I should just sell that one Super Ocean. Let's see. What do I look for future watch buys? Well, I have the Sea Dweller, the 43 millimeter Sea Dweller on order. So, you know, I'm anxious to get that. There's really nothing else in Rolex that completely floats my boat. Mind you, I do like the Sky Dweller. At least I like the Sky Dweller in steel. Particularly the blue face, but you just never see them anywhere, and I'm not willing to pay a premium, you know, for that. So I don't think, and I just don't know when those are going to ever appear in stores. As far as Clive, you know, asking me if I'm going to sell my 14060M, which is my 2-line no-date sub, the answer is no, I'm not selling it. I mean, I got disgusted there for a little while that I have a safe full of Rolexes that I never wear. The Rolexes that I do wear are ceramic, okay? I have the James Cameron, I wear that sometimes, it's ceramic. I have the Batman, I wear it sometimes, it's ceramic. But I have, in pre-ceramic, I have 2 subs, the 2-line no-date sub, and then I have the 16613, which is the pre-ceramic bluesy, and I have a pre-ceramic Sea Dweller. What else? What else do I have, guys? Clive, help me out here. What do I have? I mean, I know I have the Datejust. That might be it. I guess that's it. And then I have those 2 ceramics. So what is that, 6? And my bluesy is starting to turn purple, very slow. Yeah, it is. So, but I think even though I don't wear any of those non-ceramics, any of those pre-ceramics, I think they're better just sitting in my safe than if I were to sell them. You know, I made that whole video on my on the Daytona, how I hated my Daytona, which I did. But I shouldn't have sold it. I should have, if I hated it, I should have just thrown it in the safety deposit box and just left it there. Because if I were selling it today, it would probably sell for $3,000 more than what I sold it for, maybe even $4,000 more. So crap. So basically, every time I sell something or think about selling something, I get seller's remorse. So I think I'm just gonna keep all these things in the. I think I'm just gonna keep all these things in the. You know, in the bank. That's it. Well, guys, I am reaching the end of stuff that I have to talk about. If you want to read some disgusting stuff, if you're looking at this online after today, which is Monday, July 30th, 2018, if you're looking at it after that, then click the little button on the live chat so that you can see what these animals are saying in the live chat. Otherwise, you will just be reading normal, everyday, regular comments from like more normal people. But some of you people ain't right, let me just say. I appreciate you sharing your little bit of your day with me, but let's just say, wrap it up, bring it back around. Basel is, you know what? It's going down, guys, and who cares? It's not important to you. It's not important to us. What is important to us are the watches, but basically not even so many of us are buying them all new. We're more into a little bit the used market and the masturbatory effect of talking about them. It's not good enough to just wear them. We have to talk about them, and we have to pet them, and we have to play them. And there's some crazy maniac in Brisbane who likes to sniff and lick them, and it's a little bit of a sickness. So, all right, guys. Well, look, I'm gonna find the end button. Gonna take me a minute here. Peace out. Again with the end button.